Damn right.
Huh? Damn it.
Stupid fool!
That's right! Damn it. Of course not! You know, right? That's right!
Huh? Got it? I'll pick you up!
Huh?
Wait.
You...
But still... Yep.
Yeah.
You are right.
Damn it.
Well now.
Shut the hell up! Hey!
Yep.
All right!
Now then. Viva Killing! Now then, let's be during it. Oh my, mon ami? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How up? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him?
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to— Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor! The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
No, that's wrong!
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared! I just read
Trap?
Stupid Hajime! Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap! He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention! This is how at first, the killer got information about the bomb's location. Pay attention! This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the— Then, after they killed him—
Allow me to cut through those words!
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under—
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, if so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh?
Even if it was only a coincidence.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of
Setup? Like,
I do—
That's our Miss Sonia. Alrighty then.
Damn right it is! The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter. Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the...
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel. And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now,
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Hajime?
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring it?
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What is that?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Are you saying this was a suicide? his body was covered in torture wounds. Or did... Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fight.
It burned because of the fight. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and...
If it's something lame, I'll make...
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
But for a moment,
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge... The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Say,
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by... That's how. We made it this... Everyone.
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with...
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm, and...
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it! Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see! That's it! Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve... I am sorry. Of course this...
It seems at a time like, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once.
That's a long... One step at a time.
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was It's all coming together! The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and Yuzbi hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he? That's beyond crazy. Why would he?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up.
Yeah?
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. It tried.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay.
What? You're—
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
So what are you gonna do?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then, if that means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to read such a
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood.
No! Hold on a sec.
Hold on.
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the—
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence.
You're gonna keep going? And here I thought we were finally finished.
I see!
is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah. Huh? There was something to spit.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Isn't that weird? Until now, but the spear and not.
Maybe it's not included if...
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say!
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case. Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first...
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really?
Are you sticking up for...
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concern... For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe. You're right.
Just to be safe. Guess I have no choice.
This is friggin'... But if you guys say you're doing it...
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to...
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. That's what I...
Oh, splendid! You guys are so splendid, right? That's right! If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived... In the beginning, it's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear...
That was definitely a gruesome wound.
If you think the cuts on his lip...
Are we finished already?
I feel like...
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of.
Exactly! consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was some
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember. When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
What?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears!
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like—
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method.
all coming together! What if instead of drinking the poison,
Inhaled?
it's written on the poison's warning label? Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
I see!
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't...
Well, this was also written.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinkler!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's...
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poison.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died. In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right?
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well,
What? There's...
Hey,
There might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki!
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
I see!
are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere.
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice! That is impossible! I mean...
You're right.
Ah, you're right!
Right? Isn't it a...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless.
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, It is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? And we probably just didn't notice it.
Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse. Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades. Which means... Did Nagito exchange the
Yeah, that has to be.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but... The canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid. You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right? That is true, but...
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible!
Sonia's words are proof. Huh?
I can prove it with this! Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No! The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum. You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So, what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. The canister wasn't thrown away.
See? I told you. The conclusion...
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my...
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning?
What the hell?
Is this not settled?
No, it's not.
Yuck.
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
the horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
I see!
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito. If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was... Did it mean he didn't kill himself?
She said so, you're...
Then who killed Nagito? You mean, who's the actual killer?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
I see!
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
I see!
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
I see!
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. It was... Seriously, I don't know.
Huh? Could it...
This wasn't an intentional murder, and for that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with... Setting up a murder nobody can...
What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To do that, he set a trap to... The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us there are mysteries.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
that's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry.
That's not the fucking issue.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do?
It's impossible. Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? So sure.
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your...
Yes, he says.
Is giving up all we can... No, it's too early.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, there's one way.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we... I want to make sure my Hajime... Please.
I got it. Let's do this then. everything that happened in this case. The person who actually... He kept a specific Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military... Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, in order to set up a fire to the curtain and place from there, Nagito set his insane plan. First, he hung the spear that he took from... Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with... However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his... As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie after seeing his method, but that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse. Panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point. It never occurred to us that one of the poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his... This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is. Try as we might, In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Just as I thought.
What Hajime said is probably true. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier. That feeling of belief. He believed by believing in us. Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing. I want you to try to remember what that is.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Guess the last thing he could...
That's not so
You're right. The same. But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought... No. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student. As long as he had his luck. You mean...
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after? I see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end.
Then what he said...
So he was... That's probably true.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out that's something he...
Mon ami, it looks like you've got...
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him.
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't...
But, I mean, if...
You are
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it, even if they wanted to reveal themselves, because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you...
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Ah, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean?
We weren't... After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity, so the only thing left to do is vote. Hold on! If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but that's why. The only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it.
Whether I can prove it or not, don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry.
Looks like we gotta do what we... It's not like I believe she's the traitor.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor!
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much. Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. Hajime, you stupid face! I won't let you. I'll lower your grades. Burst open and mix! I won't let you! I can't lose! Hajime, you stupid face! I won't let you! Burst open and mix! Don't defy your teacher! I'll lower your grades! Burst open and mix! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along! Let's all get along! I'll lower your grade! Hajime, you stupid face! Chiaki and I aren't best friends!
This is the end! We investigated Nagito's cottage. That's your notebook, right?
I don't know!
Don't tell me. Is that where...
That's right!
Give me that notebook!
Is the traitor's identity...
Nagito was probably looking for that too. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook, however.
You know?
It took me this long. First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning,
If so, is this...
Is it evidence that they were observed?
But how would you know who the traitor is?
because there's an entry written in here that only... In the notebook, there was a specific entry. There it is, but the only one who knew that. That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only...
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is...
But then nobody will be saved.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
That's not it. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami. I did not want to hear that! Enough already. I do not want this anymore.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor! Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake! That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so, or else he knows everything about this island! Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand!
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either. he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime!
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck.
That's not it.
Telling us to trust his luck?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can
Are you telling us to believe in you?
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, you're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide what. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time.
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe.
Why did it end up like this?
Even so.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Damn it!
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is... I'm sorry. 'Cause... Well...
Why?
Well... I'm sorry. That is...
Yeah. Like... so.
Yes, Indeed.
Huh? Are you
Huh?
Nope. Well,
Chucky!
perhaps.
Hey, come on now.
I can't lose! Hiya!
Huh?
I will no longer let you do as you please!
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As I say, we shall die together!
What'd you say?
Huh?
No.
I can't lose! If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace!
Stop it, I say!
Hey, hey! I won't forgive you! I won't let you! Hey, hey!
What?
Hey, hey!
Too bad.
That's wrong!
Damn it! Hey,
Could it be?
Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey!
In the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking! So how about this? This overwhelming despair! What's this?
I can't lose!
It's okay, Monami. Well, let's believe in that. Right?
Damn it.
Please listen!
Like... This is bad.
Damn it! Shing!
I'm sorry.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment! Special bleeding service!
Huh?
Uh-huh. Sorry.
That is... You guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, That love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything! I do. What? Phew.
Huh?
Hey! I shall now. Whew.
Stupid fool!
Hey, No, no! Hey,
Hey, hey.
Yep. Yeah. She.
Hello there. See? Well? Yep. Perhaps...
Damn right. Damn it. Hey, hey! How unfortunate. Now then. Now then. Well... Please call me the ultimate hope.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it!
Thanks for the food. Dumbass!
Young master.
Shut up.
This is your leader's order. What? In the name of my family.
Hajime. It's gonna be fine.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
Huh?
Hmm?